I couldn't believe it when I saw this the other day.
Weird.
It's so like, this is not the crossover I expected in the timeline we're living, but Matt Gaetz was at the Barbie premiere.
Along with his wife, Ginger.
Really?
Yes.
Good.
Why were they invited? I cannot tell you. I don't know why.
Good. Stay in their cultural
so funny.
space. Don't cede any ground.
I did like seeing Matt Gaetz wear the kind of pink, like dusty pink suit. That was nice.
Yeah.
They look good.
She's pretty. She's pretty. She's
Yeah.
she's dressed
So
nice.
she gave her thoughts on the film after they went to the premiere.
This is so weird.
I
She
know.
said,
So weird.
thinking about watching the Barbie movie, I'd recommend sticking to getting outfit inspiration and skipping the theater. Here's why. The Barbie I grew up with was a representation of limitless possibilities, embracing diverse careers and feminine empowerment. The 2023 Barbie movie, unfortunately, neglects to address any notion of faith or family and tries to normalize the idea that men and women can't collaborate positively. Yuck.
That sounds accurate to what we've read about the film, but also, like, did you really expect a Barbie movie in 2023 to be about faith and family?
Well, I don't think that every movie has to promote faith and family to be good. It just needs to not openly denigrate those things. She said the pros are Margot Robbie's performance, stunning costume design, and amazing soundtrack. And that's also what Christian Toto said. He said the set design was amazing and it's wasted on the story. The cons were unfortunate portrayal of big dreams causing anxiety instead of inspiration, disappointingly low T from Ken, unfair treatment of pregnant Barbie. I didn't know that there was a pregnant Barbie.
Well, it's also rude that they call
Yeah.
they call original Barbie stereotypical.
She said, I really wanted to enjoy it, but ended up feeling let down. And then she tagged American Girl, the other doll brand, said, please don't take notes on this one. And American Girl, I think, has made a lot of live action movies that I watched in the past, but in 2023, that's not going to come back. Yeah. And she also said that Ken, played by Ryan Gosling, has major beta energy in this one. Well, so we're waiting for the sequel where G.I. Joe comes to save Barbie from her beta male feminist boyfriend.
You've already got The Rock. The Rock can come in and he can save the day.
Yeah, yeah. It's just
they can do that.
incredibly weird that they were invited to the premiere. Like, there were no other politicians there, to my knowledge.
It's really weird. Like, there's a $20 super chat there from Olivia Claire.
She said, sending a super chat to get a crisis party. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia.
Thank you, Olivia. Yeah, it's really, really super weird. Like, I didn't see any other politicians. Plus, wouldn't he feel really out of place at an event like that?
And then
his political affiliations?
Well, they probably didn't treat him very well while he was there, right?
Like, that's what I'm saying, right?
They know who he is.
Was he there and they're everyone that works in Hollywood's just giving him the side eye the whole time?
Why
Let
invite
them.
him in the
Let
first
them.
place?
Let him
And then
act
someone
unfazed.
said, glad to see Matt Gaetz enjoying the Barbie premiere, the movie where Dr. Barbie is played by a trans actor. Wonder why we can't win culture wars? Republicans love being included with the rich and famous too much. And then Matt Gaetz responded to this tweet and said, if you let the trans stop you from seeing Margot Robbie, the terrorists win.
Spelled Margot wrong, but we'll let
Yeah.
it slide.
Yeah, we'll let it slide this time.
I wonder what his wife thinks about that. That's so many people kept clowning on his suit, saying it didn't fit him. I'm like, I don't know anything. I don't
Looks
have
fine
any.
to me.
That fits just fine.
I don't have any tailored suits. I guess are they saying the cuffs are too long?
The
The
cuffs can never be too.
the cuffs are too long.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah,
I actually don't know what I'm talking about.
It is just it's just weird to see him there. It would be like seeing Jordan Peterson show up at like an Ice Spice concert. Would it
Yeah.
not? Like
Yeah.
Jordan Peterson shows up at to see Ice Spice and
Him commenting on Andrew Tate is weird enough for me. Just worlds that shouldn't collide in
Wait,
my
did
mind.
he say pimpy in his thing?
He called him
"It's a li-"
pimpy.
He goes, he's like, I'm not sure how I feel about the TikTok and the OnlyFans. It's a little bit pimpy. And I was just like, I have now officially heard just about everything. And it was amazing, right? So I would like to see, what if Matt Gaetz is really just maybe he's just got a rich uncle who's big with the studio executives, so he actually gets to go to all the premieres or something like that. Or is she famous? I don't know who she is. Is she just...
I know she's a singer.
Yes,
but
yes.
Oh, okay. Then that's probably why. She probably got invited and he's the plus one. So he's just Ken.
She's a singer, but she's not a star.
She's
I
good,
just know
though.
that she sings.
What's her name?
Ginger Gates.
Okay, so she's got a recording contract, something
I don't
like that.
I don't think so. I think they mainly invited him because of his name recognition.
That is crazy to me, and it's just
really
funny
odd.
seeing like basically everybody in the comments are just clowning on him, and frankly they're being a little bit rude if you ask me. But it is weird to see any type of right-leaning politician of all the movies, right?
Yeah.
This isn't like
They look like they fit in though. If you didn't know who they were.
Yeah, no, they
Not like Sound of Freedom or
like where
anything?
they didn't show up for that. Like,
I think it's
guess-
important for them to go to the Barbie thing. To be honest,
Thank you.
Why
just to not cede any ground.
Wait,
That's right.
You
Wait,
guys think? Okay.
explain. Hold on a second. That's you, Carter.
How are you doing that without moving your lips?
Yes, it's amazing. Explain that. Explain
You
what you
guys
mean by
think
not
it's a good
seeing-
thing for the culture that Matt Gaetz is at the Barbie premiere?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because 10 years ago it would have been fine, but if we let things get progressively worse, no pun intended.
So you're right.
I mean, it would have been weird 10 years ago if
any politician.
I guess
no,
like
that's not true.
Obama was very much included and promoted. By
Oh, they
Hollywood.
loved. They loved.
That's an exception to the rule. Like if you saw John McCain at a Barbie premiere, you would be weirded out.
We should want unity across the board, I think. So I think
and
them
not in a
going
Weekend
to
at
this,
Bernie's type of way. I mean, when he was alive. Like that's weird, no matter how you put it. But you guys think it's ceding ground if he were to not go?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's basically saying like, look, you're saying like these are your spaces, this
Yeah.
is my
Right.
space. We should learn to to live in the
Yeah.
same space together, right?
It's like saying, here's your Hollywood culture. You're going to have your movies, and I don't want anything to do with it. Don't do that. No.
It's sort of like Julia Fox getting invited to the White House Correspondents' Dinner. It's like these worlds shouldn't collide because it seems to contradict like any respect we have for our government. As I mean, like
I see the point.
Any respect that we have for our institutions, to try to blend that with Hollywood and entertainment, it seems to cheapen the whole thing because, as we know, like politicians are like politics is show business for ugly people, show business is politics for pretty people.
But they're like downstream from each other, though.
And there was a time. There was a time not that
ill-fitting.
long ago where you would be allowed to all exist in the same sphere because you didn't really delve outside of your realm, right? It's really funny. Like when I started watching Walker Texas Ranger, I didn't realize that Chuck Norris was like a mega neocon. Like it's really funny because I'm like looking back at the good old days where he's like I like the John McCain. I'm like, ugh, that's not something I would ever admit openly if I felt that way. Yeah. But holy crap, right? Like you look back at the way Hollywood was back then, and nobody gave a crap if Chuck Norris liked John McCain and Sarah Palin. Mm-hmm. He was just a right-wing dude who happened to also be in Hollywood, and it was understood that he was the minority there, that he wasn't going to be the majority of those of that type of person in that industry. But it wasn't look like he was the devil or a demon. Mm-hmm. But it seems like since populism has become more of a thing here in America, since the rise of populism, we now have this us versus them mentality, which refuses to allow people to cohabitate. But they forget that George Bush goes to all the big events with the Clintons
and that Trump himself
and the Obamas.
was
and
a
Clinton
media
was
personality before being the president.
Mm-hmm. What's the worst that happens with Matt Gaetz showing up? They call him names. Oh well, your movie still sucks.
Yeah. And also, and like I said, like he went and they gave their review of the movie, so it's not like he just showed up there and he's being duplicitous. They gave an honest review. Yeah. They said it wasn't good, right? I just wonder if like maybe what it was maybe she's like, I really like she looks pretty. She looks like she likes to dress up in nice clothes. Maybe she really wanted to go to the premiere, and he had to reach out to his contacts in media.
Well, she is from LA, tickets. I think.
So he got them the tickets there as a favor to his wife. Yeah. She's like, honey, I really want to go see Barbie. And he's like, damn it, sweetheart, I'll do it for you. And so she's like, and will you wear the pink suit? He's like, fine, I'll wear the pink suit. If anything, that's kind of an adorable story. That's a pretty adorable story. And I do like the idea that you can then go back. I saw a comment earlier in the chat, and I'm afraid I didn't catch your name, bro, but I wanted to point this out. So he says, make them recognize your humanity. It's a lot easier for people to look at you as a human being when they're not seeing you as an avatar on screen. when they're not just looking at you through the lens of whatever horrible article was written about you by
Right.
some journalist in the New York Times. Make them recognize that you are a fully formed human being, not just a set of ideas that they disagree with.
I just question the amount that show business should mix together with politics when, like, the Ted Lasso press conference at the White
Yeah.
House happened, and then they invited Mindy Kaling to get a medal from the president for her show about, oh my goodness, what was that called? Velma?
Yep.
It seems like they're going to do it anyway, though. So why not?
Yeah,
why not do it
they
back?
will. They're
Right.
never going to stop that because they understand there's too much social power to be gained.
We're just
from
losing an
doing that.
opportunity if we don't.
Yep.
I guess so.
When I say
Yeah.
we, I mean as if I was Matt Gaetz and his wife and one person.
I mean, Trump did invite Kim to the White House.
Yeah,
Like,
and Kanye came to the
Kanye.
White House and other such. Ice Cube met with Trump to talk about the Platinum Plan and all that stuff. There was a lot.
these
I mean,
convergences are just kind of inevitable.
yeah.
yeah.
And those things are always going to happen. And I do think that a lot of it is like just like the actors when they try to elevate their work to this amazing level by giving these loud speeches about what it means. They like politics because it makes them feel as if they're doing something more important with their lives when they just need to. I don't think they need to do that. Sometimes you're just an entertainer and that's fine. You don't need to be more, especially if you're successful, right? Like you've already found success. You've achieved what you wanted to achieve in your industry. Why is that not enough for you mentally? Why is it that you have to also be some
Sometimes
type of
it's not
social figure?
enough for politicians to just be politicians, though. Like, I'm surprised they didn't invite AOC to the Barbie premiere.
Oh,
They probably did.
Genuinely, I am.
Maybe she just didn't go.
They love having her at the Met Gala.
Yeah, but did she not? Oh no, she didn't have to pay for those tickets, did she? She ended up. Did they get comped those, or was that covered by
There was
her
a-
constituency?
There was a controversy about her paying for the dress that she wore, the Tax the Rich gown.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, like it is weird seeing all, but it is like that was like my first real inkling that something was wrong was like I just remember like this is back in the day. Like I was like visiting my dad and I saw Obama on Letterman or on Leno or something and I'm like, wasn't he just on the other guy the other night? Doesn't this guy have work?
Right.
Like, doesn't this guy have stuff to do?
He took the least vacation days of any president.
That's crazy. Like that
Recently.
means that he used his time very well, I guess. Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.